Okay, so this is problem 1.5.71, and they ask us to solve this using a u-substitution. And so what we want to do is we want to start by defining what our u is going to be. And we're always going to let u be this x to the 1/4 here that's in the middle. Okay, and that means that u squared will actually be x to the 1/4 squared, which is x to the 1/2 power. And that's good because those are the two things that we want to substitute for right here. Okay, so all right, so let's go ahead and do the substitutions. We're going to have 2u squared, whoops, sorry, 2u squared, because in for the x to the 1/2 we're plugging in u squared, and then plus 3u, and then minus 2. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now that we have the u substitution done is we're going to go ahead and factor. And so in this first position here, I'm going to use a 2 and a 1. And then for this 2, I'm going to choose a 2 and a 1. And then looking at our signs here, if I have a positive here and a negative there, that'll work for this factorization. So I'm just using the trial and error method there. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue to solve. So we're going to set 2u minus 1 equal to 0, and also u plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so continuing to solve here, if we add 1, then we have 2u equal to 1, and dividing by 2, then u is 1/2. Okay, over here, subtracting 2, then we get u is equal to -2. Now, we weren't looking for u, right? We were looking for x, and so what we need to do now is do a back substitution. And so we had defined back up here that u is equal to x to the 1/4. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and substitute in x to the 1/4 power for each of the u's. Okay. All right, so now we're solving those, and I need another piece of paper here. So we have x to the 1/4 equal to 1/2, and then we have x to the 1/4 equal to -2. Now the way we would solve it from there is we'd actually take both sides to the 4th power, and that's because this power, when we raise a power to a power, we multiply, and so that would give us x here equal to 1 over 2 to the 4th is 16 there. Okay. All right, over here doing the same thing, taking both sides to the 4th power. Then we just have a singular x. 1/4 times 4 gives us 1. And then -2 to the 4th there would be -16. So our two solutions here, excuse me, 1/16 and -16.